Good afternoon to my lecturer and my fellow classmates. Today I'm going to present with my teammates the Blue Ocean Leadership. Next. So let me introduce my teammates. Me, myself, THASVENI, followed by NURUL AZFARIN, MOHAMAD Haszairi, NURSHAHIRA, SHAQIRA, and MOHAMAD AIDIEL. So, for the introduction, as you can see, Malaysia is in the final phase of becoming an advanced nation in the year 2020. This is well explained in the current 11th Malaysian Plan that takes place from 2016 to 2020, which strongly emphasizes on various challenges that government is going to face in terms of economy, political, and social well-being. In fact, this 5 years plan reaffirms government commitment to a vision of growth that is based on prosperity and well-being of citizens. However, the journey towards Vision 2020 is full of challenging due to many unexpected events that occur around the globe. Next slide. Many inviting global issues ranging from COVID-19, political turmoil, depreciation of currencies, civil war, high inflation and recession of instance gives huge impact towards achieving our national agendas. As such, public service has to shoulder heavy responsibilities as the objectives of the nation are totally different from their private counterparts, which deal on issues like profit and loss, employee turnover, and to enlarge shareholders' wealth. As we can see on the opposite, public service is dealing with issues linking to national goals such as national competitiveness, social welfare, human capital development, food security, and income equity, to name a few. So next, I'll pass to Haszairi.
Thank you, THASVENI. Now I would like to present my part, which is Blue Ocean Leadership Concept, the strategy principles. Blue Ocean Leadership, or known as BOL, was introduced by Professor W. Chan Kim and Professor Rennie Morborn in 2014. It is based on the principles that they derive from the framework of their own creation, Blue Ocean Strategy, known as BOS. In BOS, both of them introduced three principles of high impact, low cost, and rapid execution that proven highly effective in helping business industries to remain competitive by making competition irrelevant. In making these three principles well, BOS is underpinned by two core values, namely creativity and innovation. As a result, Blue Ocean Strategy is successful in developing uncontested market space that is beneficial for companies to grow demand and break away from stiff competition in the same business line. After a few years of its implementation, BOS has recorded amazing results towards delivering efficient and effective service deliveries. As mentioned by Chief Secretary to the Government, Tan Sri Ali Hamza, in his welcoming remark during International Conference of Blue Ocean Strategy, ICBOS, on 18 August 2016 at Putrajaya. BOS has built the way for greater collaboration between 80 government agencies that have changed the way how the nation works. Implementing BOS provides government the opportunity of doing things differently. BOS also revolutionizes the way government does business. It makes government agencies becoming more open to work together, creating a win-win situation for the public and the government. The most important aspect for government is the ability of public service machineries to deliver fast and effective services to the people. Based on their experiences and successful implementation of Blue Ocean strategy application around the world, both Professor W. Chan Kim and Professor Rennie Monborn introduced the new management tool, namely Blue Ocean Leadership, BOL. They mention in Blue Ocean Leadership perspective, every leader has their customer. Hence, the underlying concept is that leadership can be thought of as a service that people in an organization are done by. Next, I would like Hini to Shahira to present her part, which is 4 pillars of POL. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Zairi. Now I will do my part, which is 4 pillars of BOL. The first pillars is focus on act and activities. All stipulated act and activities are easy to observe, measure, and link directly to performance. The second pillars is to connect to market realities. Staff are being asked to highlight leadership practices which are connected to the market realities. The third, distributive leadership. This action is taken as leader at each level as their own distinctive leadership profile that involve of different tasks, degrees of powers, and working environment. The last pillars is high impact leadership with the low cost. Using BOL grid, which is eliminate, reduce, raise, and create, BOL break the trade-off between impactful activities and cost time taken, where it recommend leaders to eliminate and reduce several unproductive acts and activities. Next. Okay, so the next one is the 4th step of operating BOL. The first step is examine organization current leadership reality. Leaders need to understand how employees perceive and relate their experience with the current leadership approach. This input can be taken from survey or having interview with selected respondent in organization. The second step is develop organization alternative leadership profile. This stage explain applying Blue Ocean leadership grid, which is eliminate, reduce, raise, and create, in order to come out with to be leadership profiles. This process is known as identify cool spot and hot spot activities. Next. Okay, the third step is select to be leadership profiles. This is the third stage that happen the process of choosing the preferred leadership profile by sharing them in leadership fair. Here it will be displayed few to be leadership canvas and leaders will decide to be leadership profile. The last step is institutionalize new leadership profile. The last stage is to communicate the new leadership profile to all manager and staff by holding regular meetings to monitor its progress. At this point of action, development of action plan for each KLA take place that might involve all leadership levels, which is junior, middle, and top level, or any level that has been decided by the management. So that's all from my part. I'm passing on to Nurul. Thank you.
Hi, I'll be talking about the capitalizing on employee engagement on this slide. So what is employee engagement? Employee engagement is people who like their job and understand their tasks and know how their daily job contributes to the success of the organization. This being set out by Baldoni 2013. Gallup Global Workplace Report 2013 was divided level of employee engagement into 3 categories. So these 3 categories, and the first one is engaged, second one is disengaged, and third one is actively disengaged. So I'll be explaining the 3 categories. Engaged means who are enthusiastic about their work, committed, focusing in creating new values towards the organization. However, disengaged, there are who are staffs that are essentially checked out, putting their time but no energy or passion towards the organization. So they come work for money or without any value or passion inside the organization. Moreover, actively disengaged is unhappy. The staff are unhappy at work, out to damage organization and drives the customer away. This the category that has worse behavior towards the organization, which could lead to toxic behavior towards the organization for being unpassionate, for being unhappy at work, and so. Going on to the next slide. Capitalizing on employee engagement. So what is employee engagement remains a big issue for organizations worldwide. It's either public or private sector. Organizations realize the importance of engagement as it will lead to job satisfaction, creativity flourish, building enthusiastic workforce, and thus leading towards high productivity. Moreover, employees feel attached to their organization will perform at their best abilities, show eagerness, motivated, and full commitment as they feel responsible towards the performance of their beloved organization. High level of engagement will be translated to a better performance. So better performance, which leads to better level of engagement between the organization and the employees. It will improve the customer satisfaction, generate revenue growth, and produce better product. Many studies have shown that engagement truly matters towards the organizations and the performance of the organizations. In fact, there is a strong relationship between worker and engagement and the business outcomes, productivity, profitability, and customer perspective of the service of quality. So the engagement of the staffs or the employees, which creates high level of engagement, which reflect the business outcomes towards the customers, and it shows the productivity, the profitability of the organizations. Move on to the next slide. So this still talks about the high engagement with employees will lead to retaining talent in the workforce. In Malaysia, managing retaining talent has been identified as a critical enabler under Government Transformation Program, which also known as GTP. Highly talented employees are the main key of propel Malaysia towards competitive status of high-income economy in Vision 2020. Indeed, talent is true asset. So, if the employee has true talent, true passionate towards the organization and the outcome of the organization, it will lead to a greater impact. As according to Talent Corp Chief Executive Officer Johan MOHAMAD Meraikan, strongly talent pool required by Malaysia as they are key economic driver in the future. There are two people named Garrett and Pearl Music in 2020 mentioned high level of engagement boost the employee well-being, performance, and retention. They mention enthusiastic employees tend to have better service quality and customer ratings. These words are being projected by Garrett and Pearl Music in 2013. Moreover, based on the various findings mentioned in this section, it concludes the crucial links between level of engagement and excellent organization performances. And that's all for my part. I will pass it on to THASVENI. Thank you.
Thank you, Harin. Now I'll be furthering my presentation with challenges in fostering employees' engagement. As you can see, there are several challenges in fostering employee engagement from BOL. The first point, as you can see, each year companies are spending millions of dollars in an effort to improve employees' engagement, but the impacts are minimal. For many organizations worldwide, they send their staff to attend different types of training in order to increase motivation, improve communication skill, fostering strong teamwork, and improving service delivery. The second point, some companies are even taken personal satisfaction as a sign for engagement without taken into account behavioral signs of their employees in order to justify return on investment on training spendings. The third point, the nature of every organization is complex, that consists of various types of employees which are different in ages, role, job functions, culture, social economic status, and styles. Even motivation level. In Malaysia public service context, the scope of public service is very wide. As they are the backbone to implement government programs and initiatives towards achieving Vision 2020, they must give full commitment and fully engage in their tasks. However, the current scenario describes worrying situation about engagement level among Malaysian employees. That's all from me. Now I'll be passing on to Haszairi.
Thank you, THASVENI. Now, I would like to present my another part, which is promoting employee engagement through BOL practices. How are they promoted? It is a fact that employees are difficult to get engaged if they are not fans of their boss. According to Kay and Marburn in 2014, staff must be taken into consideration in terms of defining certain acts and activities that leaders should do to improve the current working scenario at workplace. Another factor that is important to get employee engagement is getting trust from employees. According to Kaufman et al. In 2013, trust in management is important to measure the level of employee engagement. Here, Blue Ocean Leadership provides the platform to instill the culture of trust among employees as it promotes the concept of distributive leadership across all management levels. It means staff at different levels in organizational hierarchy has their views, opinion, and thought taken into consideration in transforming leaders to be more effective in performing their daily activities. The fair process in undertaking Blue Ocean Leadership will confer in trust among staff that is considered as important instrument in creating strong bonding between followers and leaders. That's all for my part. Now I want to hand in the next part to AIDIEL ASYRAF. Thank you.
Thank you, Zairi. I will do my part is conclusion and recommendation. In becoming an advanced nation, the main focus now is toward having heavy, reliable, and committed public service workforce, and they will play prominent role in making this vision attainable. Taking into account in low level of engagement among employees worldwide, it is timely for any organization, either in public or private sector, to give serious thought on the issue of employee engagement. This is extremely important as very organization on this planet dream to have engaged employees as they are going to perform at their best abilities and thus achieving organization vision, mission and objective. As for employees in public sector, they are the key players in making Vision 2020 attainable. As such, they need to be engaged with their jobs as it will pave the way for better performance. However, the current scenario proves that majority of the employees in Malaysia are disengaged with their jobs. This is not a this is not a good sign, as Malaysia is badly needed fully committed employees to take this nation towards gathered Empirical studies and post-research have proven the engagement level among employees worldwide remains low for years. As Malaysia is trying hard to achieve Vision 2020, it is needed high timely for ministries and government agencies to look seriously on this matter. At this point of time, not many attempts have been made to study on this issue of work engagement among public sector employees in Malaysia despite numerous benefits on offer. Having engaged employee will lead to many positive results in terms of increasing productivity, low turnover, and better finance performance. Hence, every organization is seeking to have engaged workforce as at the end of the day. Great performance will be used as an indicator to measure their overall result. However, it is easy to be said than to be done. In fact, getting employees engagement remains hard challenge for any organization worldwide. As employees are, are diverse in nature, organizations need to carefully examine what factors are important to get the best performance from their employees. Those employees that have strong engagement that at their workplace will contribute more effort, making their organization perform exceptionally well as they feel indebted to be organization. In turn, they will give commitment to extra mile, energy at work and hard optimize that their effort is vital in contributing toward organization excellent performance. This simple approach to effective method can be implemented at any time that provides high impact result with low cost. Having secure employee engagement will definitely is heavy burden among leaders in public sector as they have multiplied role and responsibility toward fulfilling national agendas. This positive environment where everyone works to best of their abilities will lead towards the reaction of high reliable workforce in public sector. This kind of situation will pave the way for effective leaders development as they are able to focus on certain and activities that are able to increase productivity and boosting organization performance. Finally, having effective leaders and pool of engaged employee in public sector will ensure Malaysia ambition to be an advanced nation by the year 2020 remain on this right track. That's all for me. Thank you.